Doodle-doo and welcome to another tutorial in web development. This is the second part of the tutorial where I show you how to make bouncing balls in the HTML5 canvas. So let's carry on from where we left off in the last tutorial. Now we want to set up a few global variables. The first one is going to be CTX, which is it stands for context, and you'll see what we want to use this for later. And another variable called gravity, pretty self-explanatory. I'm gonna set this to 4. And now a third variable called the force factor, which sounds kind of cool, I think. Force factor, yes. And this is, if I'm going to explain it, when I make an arrow like this, I don't want the whole length of this arrow to be the velocity of the ball. I just want 30% of this length to be the velocity. And yeah, that's it. Fourth variable, mouse down. This is basically a boolean, a yes or no variable. So let's set this to false. So if the mouse is pressed, it's going to be true. If the mouse is not pressed, it's going to be false. Now make a variable called balls, which is going to be a new array. This is a list that's gonna hold all of our balls. And now a mouse push new array. Oops. Make sure to have a capital A array parentheses, and this is gonna hold the position for where I the X and Y for when I press down on my mouse, and the X and Y for where my mouse currently is. Sorry. Now let's carry on with the event handler. So we wanna check with the help of our jQuery library if the mouse is down, up, or if the mouse is moving, or if the window is resized. So put a $sign and then document dot mouse down, and then in the parentheses we want to put the name of the function that will be run if the mouse is down. So on mouse down, and we're gonna create this function ourselves, and this function is built into the jQuery library. Now basically the same thing, document dot mouse up, and our own function on mouse up. Now document dot mouse move on mouse move. And if this is confusing, there's really nothing to worry about, because I think you will understand later on. And be very careful when you write this, because if you make a single letter, if you make a single small mistake, the code will not run, and yeah, that's not too good. So window.bind resize, comma, resize window. Whoops, window. So this is basically this is our own function, and this checks if the browser window is resized. Let's see. Yeah, let's carry on with the first of our own functions. So write function on mouse down and then EVT in the parentheses. So when the mouse is down, this function, which is this function, will be run, and this will pass the event to the function. And this might be a bit confusing for some of you what a event is, but basically it's like an object, I guess, where I can get variables and run methods from. For example, evt dot page x will, and this is a variable which holds the page where I hold my mouse, which x position I hold my mouse in over the web browser, if that makes any sense. So the first thing we want to do in our function is to set mouse down to true, and this is that variable. That will now be true. Yeah, and now mouse pos, that's our array with positions. Now make this square brackets and make a new index down x. So every time we want to every time we want to access the down x position, we write this. But now we want to set the down x position, so we write equals evt dot page x. X. Now basically the same thing, but with the y value. Pos and the index of down y, so we can access this variable. evt dot page y. So that's our on mouse down function. Now make a new function and call it on mouse up positive event and curly brackets. So on mouse up, we want to set mouse down to false, which is pretty self-explanatory, and we also want to create the ball, because when I release my mouse, the ball is created and it flies over the canvas. But I'm not gonna write this code just yet. We're gonna leave it as some kind of to-do thing. To-do, create the ball. Now make a third function and call it on mouse move. On mouse move positive event curly brackets, and set the mouse pos, and now this will be the current x. So end time in any part of this program where we want to access the current position of the mouse, we write mouse pos pos and then the index of current x, because this event will not be accessible everywhere. For example, here we can't do pos x because we're not passing the event to the function. It's not possible. So we store it when we have the chance to store it, which is right here. Equals evt dot pos x mouse pos curly current y equals evt dot pos y. And now we're done with that function. Let's carry on with the last function, which is function resize window resize window. Yeah, and posit the event curly brackets and do canvas dot height equals, and now we want to use so this is basically our canvas and this is the canvas height. I think you get that. And now we want to use the jQuery $, parenthesis window, just as we access the document in the window down here, window dot height, and this is a function that will return the height of the window. So when I resize this window, this function resize window will be run, and the canvas height will be the same height as the inside of this browser. Canvas dot width equals $, parenthesis window dot width, parenthesis semicolon. Now we might want to test our code. I'm not sure if we will see anything, but we'll figure out. Yeah, so this is it. Not so exciting. Let's just see that this code is being run by doing in our canvas element style type background color red, and see if this works. Yeah, as you can see, the width and height is not correct right now, but when we resize it, it snaps and we have no scrolling bars and everything is working perfectly. And we will take care of this problem, that it's not the right size, in the init function down here in the let's go section. And if you don't get the same results as I am getting here, I will make sure that this code is available for download under this video, so you can just copy and paste and continue in the next tutorial, because it's probably just a typo somewhere. So this is it for this tutorial. I will see you in the next tutorial, and goodbye. Have a nice day.